Thank you so much for coming. It's really, really great to have you here to introduce the film. Basically, let people know what you think. You're here to tell them about your film. Please do so.
First, we want to thank you, Martin, and all the people of the festival for inviting us. It's a great honor. Thanks. And there is a lot of people in the audience, so it's a pleasure. So thank you for coming, everyone. What can I say? It's a vampire movie, but it's also a strange schizophrenic movie. So we will be there at the end of the movie for answer your question if you have some. So I just let you discover the movie.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so as I say, Benoit Decaillon will be here afterwards and we'll do another Q&A with that. So if you have any questions, and also while you're watching the film with Chip says if you can come up with an inventive tagline.
Thank you for that tagline. The funnier and, well, frankly, more disgusting the better. Meanwhile, I need to give this badge to the person who made the weakest group ever, who was over here somewhere.
So, first question. The film looks absolutely amazing. It's very stylistic, almost comic book-like. As in, was that intentional? Do you have like a real? Are you a fan of comic books?
Yes, you can say that. Yeah, we had the idea at the beginning of the movie to have some image as comic book style. Yeah.
And I mean, when I first watched it, some of the elements of it are fantastical bits, especially with the game show, where he's kind of going through the withdrawal symptoms. There's some scenes there that you could very much like kind of David Lynch style kind of visuals. Was that intentional? Are you a fan of David Lynch?
Yeah. Yeah, we actually, yeah. We went to university, we study cinema and all the theory of cinema, and David Lynch is maybe the favorite directors of our teachers. So we really know all the movies of David Lynch, and we probably get inspired by his work. And also we like all kind of hallucination sequence, dream sequence, when you don't know if you are in a flashback or in a dream or in a nightmare.
With the casting then, what was the decision to put you in the lead of the film rather than maybe cast another actor?
It was simpler for us to be sure that I was on the set, because we have no money to make the movie, so it was hard to ask someone to be there for 40 days of shooting. So it was just because it was more simple for us.
So did you have any acting experience beforehand?
It was my real first time.
Your first time, yeah.
And actually, it's also because we shot the first sequence when he's running in the wood with a dog. And when we shot this sequence, it was just because it was snowing in our town, and it's rare. So we said to ourselves, we have to shot something. And so we were together and we shot this sequence, and we liked the footage, and this was the beginning for writing the story. And so we kept Ben as a lead actor.
Okay. It's very interesting as nearly all vampire films obviously concentrate on the vampire, where with this story you very much concentrate on one of the slaves, the ghouls. What was it that interested you about the ghoul as opposed to the vampire?
We can say it's a kind of metaphor for the society. The vampires are like the guy who rule the world, and you don't really know them. We never see them, and it's a kind of social metaphor.
Okay.
Which was the basic. Because we had no money, we decided to work on the vampire with a new style, not a classical vision, because we thought it could be less expensive. Yeah, to be more symbolic and less realistic.
Yeah. Okay. One of the things I really love about the film is the use of the music. And I think the sequence where you see them go through the 70s, 80s, 90s and into the the 2000s. The music fits those sequences really well and gives it a real feel of each of those decades. How did you find kind of musicians, or was that an intentional thing?
What happened is Ben and David, the sound editor of the movie, they wrote a main scene, a musical scene, and then we gave this scene to several different musicians and asked them 70 music, 80 music, but they all start from the same scene, and to fit the decades together, but to make it different at the same time. So it's different composer with the same bass.
Yeah, I think it works really well. It's very, very effective.
Thank you for that.
In Poitiers, in our town, there are a lot of musicians. It's a small town, so everybody knows each other. So it was not so hard to find musicians.
The entire budget is 25,000 euros, and almost nobody were paid during the shooting. And it's been a long process. We took 5 years to finish it. And because we have to find the right period of time where our friend was available to shoot. And Ben and I, we did all the post-production by ourselves.
It was a long process sometimes.
One thing I want to ask, Max, the other kind of the head girl, is just so cinematic. He's such a fantastic character. Did you have that in mind when you were casting? Were you looking for someone like that, or was it that the actor came in and he was just right for the part?
It was very simple to cast Max, because first he's one of our best friends, and also when we were in university, so with some friends we created this kind of cinematic crew called LIFF, and we started to make a lot of shots. And we made 3 vampire shots. And what happened with Sodium Babies, it's the first film of a series. And so the character Max was already existing in other shots, and he was already playing Max. So
we knew it was perfect for us.
When we start to make this film, okay, Max have to be in this film. And also Edouard is a great guy, and he knows a lot of people, artist, and so he was like a producer for this movie. He helped us a lot to set up the shooting, to find the right person for the set design, for stuff like
that. What's now happening with the film? Because I know it's out on DVD in France.
Yeah.
So has it been picked up elsewhere? Is there going to be a general release, or is it going to be out in America, over here?
Yeah, there should be a release in America through the big screen company, which is a company we work with the labels through Warner Brothers division. And we are still looking for distributors for UK, for Germany, for other countries. So it's also a long process.
So where did the title Sodium Babies come from?
The sodium lights, this is the lights for lighting the cities, and so this is the artificial lights. So Sodium Babies are the guys who can only go by night, so they are the vampires. But actually, when we wrote the film, there was a sentence in the voiceover talking about the sodium lights of the cities. But we cut this voiceover because it was at the very beginning of the movie, and we thought it was better to keep the movie without voiceover at the very beginning. So now it's hard to understand the title, but we kept it. We kept this title because we like it.